Hello everyone, welcome back to the GradX Academy's YouTube channel. Uh, this is the Salesforce Marketing Cloud interview question series. Actually, we will be discussing nearly 312 interview question in multiple parts, and this is the first video of that series. In today's video, we are going to cover the complete Salesforce Marketing Cloud core fundamentals interview question answer. This will help you to prepare the basic interview, or if you are applying as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud specialist interview. This is the 20 questions that you must revise or you must consider for the interview. We are going to understand these concepts from the enterprise architect perspective. This is the part one, and today we will be covering first 20 fundamentals question that every Salesforce Marketing Cloud professional must understand. So let's begin the video. The first interview question is, what is Salesforce Marketing Cloud? Let me just make my screen full screen. Yeah. Okay, fine. So the first question is, what is Salesforce Marketing Cloud and how does it differ from the Salesforce CRM? When someone asks this in interview, most candidates give the surface level answer like Salesforce Marketing Cloud is for the marketing, CRM is for the sales. That answer is incomplete. Let's understand the architect level perspective. Salesforce CRM is a system record. It's primarily made for the data management or the structured data management. It stores lead, account, contact, opportunity, and cases, whereas the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, right, is used for marketing communication. Salesforce CRM is optimized for the sales tracking, pipeline management, and customer service workflow. Now, let's consider a Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Salesforce Marketing Cloud is not designed to store the data or store the core business transaction. It is designed for driving the engagement through to the customers. It handles the email communication, push notification, then SMS campaigns, web personalization, advertisement, journey orchestration. So we can say that CRM is a structured data layer. Marketing Cloud is nothing but the engagement layer. And if we take the example, a CRM fills a lead form, the customer fills the lead form, right? Basically, in the CRM stores the lead. Marketing Cloud retrieve the record via integration, and Marketing Cloud starts from welcome journey by sending the welcome journey email to the customer. So this is sort of the difference between Salesforce Marketing Cloud and the Salesforce CRM. Now, next question is, what are the key components of Salesforce Marketing Cloud? Now, if we talk about the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, it is not it is not a single monolithic tool. It consists of studios and the builders. Studios are the channel execution engine. Means we have, let's say, email studio, mobile studio, advertising studio, and social studio. Email studio manages email creation and delivery. Mobile Studio manages SMS and push notification. Advertising Studio manages the paid media audience sync. Social Studio handles the social engagement. Now, let's talk about the builder. Builder handles the orchestration. Journey Builder manages the customer journey logic. Automation Studio handles the studio workflows. Contact Builder manages the data modeling. Uh, if we think of architecture perspective of both, right? Studios are send layer, but builders are the logical layer, right? Builders is where we are building the things, and studios are where we are simply executing the things. Now, next is, what are the business units and why they are important? This is a very important question, guys. Business units are enterprise level workspace segmentation tool. They are not optional in the large organizational. Business units allows isolation of the user, data extension, content that we create, journeys that we design, tracking metrics or tracking dashboards. So if we think of the company, think of the example. Imagine there is a global company with India operations, US operations, and European operation, right? If everything runs on the one particular workspace for the global company, compliances rules may differ country-wise, language may differ country-wise or region-wise, legal policy can also differ from country-wise or region-wise, and data regulation also differs, right, in the regional way. So business unit solves that. Parent business unit controls the governance, and the child business units operate independently. Right. Best practices is that we must design the business unit structure before account activation. Right. This is the to avoid the data leakage. We can do that. Now, next question is, what are the initial steps to set up the new Salesforce Marketing Cloud? Now, setting up a Salesforce Marketing Cloud is architecture planning. It is not just a clicking like create a new data extension. It is defined in the several steps. Let me execute or let me explain the steps that involves while creation of new SFMC account. First step is we need to define the business unit strategy and the hierarchy of the business unit. Step 2 is configure the sender authentication package. Without it, delivery is unstable. It means delivery is not proper without having the DMIK and everything set up in the SAP, that is sender authentication package. Step 3 is we need to define the subscriber key strategy. If we are changing the subscriber key strategy later, it will become extremely complex. So we must think of the subscriber key strategy before setting up a new Salesforce Marketing Cloud account only. Step number 5 is configure the reply email management. Step number 6 is plan the IP warming. And the last step is define the user role and permission. We can set up it. Setup is not technical only, right? It also involves the compliance planning as well as architecture. Now the next question that we have is what is a subscriber key and why it is important? Subscriber key is a unique identity of the contact inside the marketing cloud. Basically, it is a backbone of the engagement history. Every send that we perform, every open that is happening, every click that is happening, every journey that is entered, right, is nothing but the stored in the stored it is nothing but the link with the subscriber key only, right? Many beginners use email address as a subscriber key, but that is a mistake. Why we can say that that is the mistake? Because people change the email, or typos also may occur while setting up the email. Accounts can merge. So if subscriber key changes, engagement history resets, right? So we can say that it automatically breaks the journey tracking, right? And it automatically represent the data fragmented in the reports. So we can say that best practice is for the subscriber key is use CRM contact ID or the customer ID as a subscriber key. Now next is, what is the difference between the subscriber key and the contact key? So first of all, many professionals think subscriber key and contact key are identical, but technically, in the modern implementation, they often hold the same value, but conceptually they exist at the different architecture layer. Means subscriber key is different, contact key is different. Subscriber key belongs to the messaging layer. It defines the recipients for email send and tracking. Contact key belong to the contact builder data model, and it represents the unified identity across the multiple channels like email, SMS, push, advertising, and web personalization. If we talk about the best practices, we must use the same value for the subscriber key and the contact key. Usually CRM contact ID or customer ID must be our subscriber key and the contact key. The next question that we have is what is the all subscriber? All subscriber is nothing but the another list, or it is not the another list. It is a master of subscription authority inside the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, right? All subscriber means master of every leads, right? It stores the subscriber key, email address, global unsubscription status, bounce status, and subscriber attribute. If we think about the all subscribers list, it act as a compliance gatekeeper. Even if a user exists in the data extension, if they are marked in all subscribers, if they are marked as unsubscribed in the all subscribers, the email will not be sent. So this is nothing but the all subscribers. The best practice is never override all subscriber logic, right? We always remember that all subscriber list is superior than anything. Next is, what is the send classification? Now send classification defines the rule of governing an email sent. It determines is the email is commercial or transactional, which sender profile to use, which delivery profile to use. If we think of the send classification, it consists of three things, right? It uh, it has a sender profile. Sender profile means it has a from email and from name configured. Then it has a delivery profile. Delivery profile defines the IP address, domain configuration, and the header setting. And it also has the compliances. So we can say that send classification is a combination of sender profile, delivery profile, and simply a compliances, right? Which compliances should be followed, right? The best practices is create a separate classification for marketing campaigns, operational email, and system notification. Uh, Question number 9 is, what is the difference between the commercial and the transactional email? This question seems simple, but if compliance is critical, right, then we need to simply define the difference between the commercial and the transactional. Okay, so commercial email is in promotional. It is not nothing but the advertising email. The transactional emails are triggered by the user actions. For example, commercial emails are whatever emails we are getting as a discount offer, newsletter, or event invitation, right? It is a commercial email, right? Means whatever unknowingly we are getting the promotional email, right, are the commercial email. And whatever we are intending, for example, right, if I go ahead and decided to reset my password, I will get a password reset email. If I am login somewhere using OTP, I am expecting the OTP, right? If I wanted to receive and the order confirmation, right? That is also a transactional email, right? So transactional email are user triggered email. The best practices are keep the transactional email purely informational and never include the promotional upsell inside the operational message. The question number 10. Question number 10 is that what is the CAN spam and how does Salesforce Marketing Cloud ensures the compliances? Now, CAN spam is a United States law for regulating the commercial email communication. It has few requirements, uh, like we must clearly identify we must clearly identify the advertising purpose of our email. Means a clear identification of the advertisement should be mentioned in our email. Accurate header information should be there. right? Physical mailing address should be there, right, in the email. Then there must be unsubscribe link, and that unsubscribe link must be operational or visible, and we must honor the opt out within 10 business days. Now, in real world, we can say that if company is sending the bulk promotional email without unsubscribe, it will directly go to the spams, right? So always we need to follow the can spam compliances. Now there's one more question around the compliances. The question number 11 is, what is GDPR and CCPA compliance in Salesforce Marketing Cloud? So GDPR is European Union Act and CCPA is California State Act. Actually, both of the acts are nearly same. Let me give you brief on both of the acts. So both of the act, the similarity in both the act GDPR and CCPA is both laws focus on the transparency, consent, data access, data deletion, and user control personalization. The GDPR required the consent tracking, right to delete, right to access, and data minimization. And CCPA gives a consumer right to know, right to delete, and right to opt out. So this is the difference between, or this is the meaning of GDPR and CCPA. In the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we can set up the consent attribute in the contact builder, right? There will be a data retention policies also while building the data extension, right? And contact delete framework also means in the next 6 months, right? Means every 6 months we are going to delete the unsubscribers. That should be also defined. There will be a preference center management also, right, in the to follow the CCPA and GDPR. The question number 12 is, what is the RMM, reply mail management? Now this is also important. When sending large scale email campaign, you receive a multiple replies that can be managed using RMM. Some replies are out of office message, some replies are auto replies, right? Some replies are bounce notification, spam notification, real human notification. Without management, these replies overwhelm the inbox. RMM automates this process. It includes the filter auto reply, detects the unsubscribe keyword, automatically update the subscriber status, right? And it automatically forwards real replies to the designated boxes, inboxes. The best practices is always configure the RMM in production account. We must define the forwarding email address, keyword based unsubscribe rules, and filter logic. Question number 13 is, what is SAP sender authentication package? This is also important. Sender authentication package is the deliverability foundation of the marketing cloud. It includes the dedicated IP address, private sending domain, SPF record, DKIM signing, and reverse DNS configuration. It why we have the SAP? So because email providers like Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo evaluate the sender credibility before delivering the email. Means, for example, if you send the email from the shared IP, another company's spam behavior may damage your reputation. With the dedicated SAP sender authentication package, you control your own reputation. Also, it does not have any misconfiguration risk. The best practices is always use dedicated SAP for the production. Uh, we must monitor the domain authentication regularly. Separate transactional and promotional IPs we must use when it is possible. Deliverability is not a marketing, it is just an infrastructure setup. So send SAP is a part of infrastructure setup. The next is, what is IP warming and why it is important. So this is very important, right? New IP cannot send high volume data, high volume emails immediately. When you receive a new dedicated IP, it has no reputation, right? ISP, internet service provider, do not trust unknown sender. If you suddenly start sending the 5 lakh email from the new IP, it triggers the spam filter. IP warming is gradual increase of sending volumes to build the trust in the ISPs. ISPs are nothing but the internet service providers, right? Which has the filters, right? Now, how we can build the IP reputation? What are the strategies we have, right? For example, uh, consider we get a new IP in the week one. We send highly engaging subscribers only. Means subscribers, those who are very engaging with us, right, and who are going to open our email, right? We will only send to them. Week 2 we will increase volume gradually, right, and week 3 and week 4 we will expand it to the full audience. We will directly do not send to the new audience. uh, the best practices are simply choose the send type based on the latency requirement, volume, integration, architecture, and SLA expectation. So these are the what we can say, uh, IP warming strategies. Next is, what is the different types of email sent in the SFMC? So Salesforce Marketing Cloud has multiple sending methods. I will list a few. First is user intended send, means manually from the email studio we can manually send the campaign. Second is journey email activity. Now journey email activity is very important. It is triggered inside the journey builder as a part of automation. It is one of the activity in the journey. Next is trigger send. Trigger send is API based immediate email trigger. Next is transactional send. It is REST API based. Means it will use modern real-time sending using the REST API. And last is automations studio send activity. We can schedule the bulk using the batches, multiple batches. Next is, what is throttling? Now, throttling is the controlled regulation of the email send speed. Instead of sending simply 5 lakhs emails instantly, if you are configuring the system to send the control batches, right, we call it a throttling. Okay, throttling. Now, for example, we can send 10,000 emails per hour, and we can avoid sending the 5 lakh emails instantly, right? It will prevent the internet service providers blocking. It will prevent the rate limit and the damage. It will prevent damaging our own IP reputation. Next is, what is the standard email preference matrix? Now, sending the email without measurement is the guesswork. Standard performance matrix includes the delivery rate, open rate, click-through rate, click-through open rate, bounce rate, unsubscribe rate, and conversion rate. Now, why do these metrics exist? The matrix will measure the engagement health, because whatever we are performing, right, whatever send we are performing, that must have the measures, and it will affect our IP. The best practices is use send logs to identify the deeper analytics. Monitor the engagement trends over the time, not just per campaign sending. The next question is, what is data retention policy? Now, this is also important. Data retention policies define how long record remains stored in the data extension. Instead of storing the data indefinitely, you configure the automation or automatic actions to delete after defined time period. That is called as data retention policy. Means if we add the data into data extension, it will automatically gets deleted in 365 days. This is the example. Okay. Why does this data retention policy exist? Because data privacy laws require data minimalization. So as we all know, right, there are CCPA and GDPR compliances, right? We must follow that, right? The best practices of data retention policy is always think of data retention policy as a legal requirement, business use case, and data sensitivity level. The question number 19 is, what is multi-channel marketing in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud? Now, multi-channel marketing means communicating with the customer across the multiple touch point in coordinated way. Multi-channel includes email, SMS, push notification, paid advertising, web personalization. Why does multi-channel marketing matters? This can also be a question, cross question on that, right? Because customer do not interact through a single channel. For example, if retail company, if we are working for the retail company, right? Retail company will send the reminder on the email, right? If email is unopened, we can send the SMS in 2 days, right? If that action also unopened, means email action is also unopened, then we can send the push notification. So we can manage the multiple channels communication, right, for one particular use case. The best practices is design the journey with the channel fallback logic. Ensure the contact key is consistent across the multiple channel. Use engagement data to drive the channel decisions. Now, the last question is, what is the promotional and transactional email? I think this is already done, but still, if we have, we already discussed the commercial and transactional emails earlier. What is mean by promotional email? Why promotional email we have? Uh, we have to generate the revenue, right, with the help of promotional email. We have few aims. What are the aims? We have to generate the revenue, increase the awareness, and drive the engagement. They are the campaign driven marketing focused email, and transactional email has a different purpose. For example, transactional email provides operational updates, confirms the user actions, deliver the service related communication. The best practices is we must have a separate send classification. These are the first 20 question of my series, guys. I have covered nearly till 20, right? I'm going to cover 312 questions. If you want this PDF, please comment on the video. And if you like the video, or if you know someone who wanted the help of this video with that particular person. Thank you so much.